One.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the Amazon rainforest deforestation. And the reason why Amazon rainforest deforestation is so important is because there is so much carbon that is held within the Amazon, 123 billion tons of it. And in the last 2 decades alone, there's been 8% of the Amazon that's been destroyed. And why is it being destroyed? It's being destroyed because of fires, illegal logging, unmitigated gold mining. But the main thing, like seen in this chart above, is that cattle ranching is overtaking it and it's causing the deforestation of the Amazon because of the rise in demand for beef.
Yeah, so like Bella said, a lot of the Amazon is being cut down to make room for cattle farming, which this happens for a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons is that the land in the Amazon technically, there's no like landowners of it. Like nobody owns a lot of that land. So it's easy for cattle ranchers to buy land for cheap, cut down all of the rainforest, and then put their cattle there, a lot of land. And also, they don't have to buy feed for their cattle as much when they do this because they like eat the natural like flora that's around. And then another reason that there's a lot of deforestation going on is due to illegal mining. So it's all unmitigated and it has to do with them looking for things like oil, aluminum, copper, gold, like diamonds, all sorts of stuff. And it's not done in a very sustainable way.
One of the main effects on the Amazon rainforest due to biodiversity is on the biodiversity. The Amazon inhabits over 3 million species, in which 70% live in the trees. And due to the deforestation, which is caused by clear cutting forests for reasons such as hardwood, timber, and providing pasture land for cattle, the homes of species in the Amazon are being threatened. Animals are unable to travel their own normal paths in order to hunt and provide food for themselves, and over 1 million species are being threatened with extinction.
Okay, so one of the main reasons why the deforestation of the Amazon is so important is because of climate change. And like I said earlier, there's a lot of carbon that is held within the Amazon. And when these trees are all being cut down, this is going to release all that carbon into the atmosphere, which leads to an increase of temperature in the atmosphere. And then another reason why it's so important is because these trees are also taking out carbon from the atmosphere and releasing oxygen. So when they're cut down, it's taking out resources that are removing carbon from our atmosphere.
Yeah. And then another major concept, like Natalie was talking about, that we wanted to go over is biodiversity. So the Amazon is the second most biodiverse region in the whole world. It's second to the Andes Mountains. And we wanted to know how the like mass deforestation and loss, like habitat loss for all of these different species, um, how these species were being affected and how it affected like the overall biodiversity of the Amazon.
Yeah, and then our last earth science topic or concept for this was about environmental policy because it has such a huge role in the Amazon rainforest deforestation case. And so we can see that different leaders of Brazil implement these different deforestation policies and commitments. So like after the current president took power, he allowed a lot of deforestation to occur rapidly and often illegally, which created more carbon outputs and took away from species habitats, which proves that environmental policies directly affect ecosystem health. And so currently, Jair Bolsonaro is in power and was elected in 2019, but a new president was elected recently for Brazil. And so Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva was elected president to serve the next term, which many environmentalists have said is like a huge win because his number one priority is climate change and protecting the rainforest. And when he served his 2 terms in 2003 to 2010, he was able to restore the rainforest and decrease deforestation by over 80%. So because of this, it's a huge current event that we need to look at and hope for a turnaround in their current policies. And here are we're excited.